All right, so we are, hi, welcome to my video. We're going to do this lesson, which is one step harder than yesterday. Yesterday, everything was perfect. I could cancel something out just by looking at it. They were opposite signs, same number, and then if I add them, I get a 0 and it cancels. Today, things aren't going to be the same number. I have to make them the same number. So I can decide, should I make both of these a 12? You can't go smaller. Should I make both of these a 12 or should I make both of those a 6? And again, you want opposite signs. So here's the key things that you want. Because you first have to sit and look at the problem and decide, where is their opposite signs and which one is going to be the best, easiest choice to make the same number. So I want the same number. And remember, this is called a coefficient. The number in front of the x or the number in front of the y. But I want them to have different signs. Because when they have different signs, they cancel out and make 0. Every question that we're doing today is going to be solved using a different method. Because I don't know, are we picking the x's to cancel or are we going to pick the y's to cancel? So right here, these are opposite signs. Do you want to make both of these a 12? Do you want to make both of these a 6? They're opposite signs. This time it doesn't matter. It's like your preference. What's going to be easier for you guys?
6.
To make them a 6? Yeah, small number is easier. If I know that this is a 6y, but this right now is -2, how am I going to make this a -6? I want it to be the same as multiply. So here's where the hardest part is. What are you going to multiply by to make it a 6? +3, -3. For sure, +3. So in front, I'm going to put a 3. So I am multiply the second equation by 3. And I'm going to get -9x minus 6y equals -3. My top equation didn't change. So notice it's like distributive property, right? Everything gets multiplied by 3. 12x plus 6y equals 12. So I'm preparing this equation to cancel out something. And I chose the y's. Since the signs are opposite, plus minus, I'm going to add these. So I'm going to put a big plus sign, and I'm going to add them. So guys, there's something in my eye, and it's really like, yeah, for 3 hours it's been a problem.
You like aching?
No, but now it just affected my vision when I'm staring at this. I was like, uh-oh.
You too.
Can't be going blind during math class.
Your eyes are red, Miss Man.
Yeah, I bet. It's mad because there's a little dust in there. So add 12 minus 9, 12 minus 3. And so the y canceled out, made 0. I'm going to solve for x. Okay, so I know that x is 3. Which equation looks easier to you? Because I have to plug it in. I want the 3 to go, what do you think, top or bottom?
Bottom.
That's the easier one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is easier. Okay, instead of x, I'm going to replace it with a +3. The typed out equation, the original OG, -3x, 3, minus 2y equals -1. -9 minus 2y equals -1. People get messed up right here. What's the next step? Be careful. I know you know it because you tell me every. Yes, get the 9 with the 1, the constants. Get the constants together. +9 plus 9. -2y equals 8 is great. Divide by -2. If you guys get a fraction answer or something weird, you probably did it wrong. I am not going to make any of these difficult to where you get a decimal or a fraction. The solution is 3 comma negative 4. How many are on the back? 4. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more. You're going to have 5 for homework. Do you want to cancel out the x's or do you want to cancel out the y's? Should I make the x's both 20 or should I make the y's both 24?
X is 20.
Okay. Are the signs opposite?
No, they're the same.
That means I'm going to have to make one of them an opposite sign. But you guys said you want to make them both 20? The x? Okay. What do I do to a 4 to make it a 20? Okay. That means not only the 4 gets multiplied by 5, the whole equation. What am I going to do to a 5 to make it a 20? Okay. Do you guys want to do the negative sign now or do you want to worry about it after? Okay. If I know that I want this to be positive 20, negative 20, I should multiply by one of these negative. So I'll do the negative 4. You could have put the negative with the 5. You're distributing. So again, keep slow so that your times tables aren't causing you to get anything wrong. All right. Distribute 20x plus 5 times 8. Ooh, 5 times 16. 16, 32, 48. 48, 64, 80. Oh, sorry. Negative 80. Distribute negative 20x minus 12y equals positive 80. Oh, some things are going to cancel. 40 take away 12 is what? 28y equals 0. 0 is a value. Just because you get a 0 doesn't mean you stop and quit and say no solution. My freshmen did that on their chapter 1 test. They got a 0 and they're like, oh, I can't solve it. I'm just going to quit. So 0 divided by 28 is 0. My order pair is like started. I know that y is 0. Which equation do you think looks easier? Top or bottom? Original typed out. OG. Which one do you like better?
Top.
Top. Okay. Go on mute for a little bit. 5x plus 3 times 0 equals negative 20. Okay. So the only reason this is more difficult is because you have to do work beforehand. You need to figure out, should I make the x's the same or should I make the y's the same? I'm going to do number 1, and that's the last one we're going to do together as a class. Okay. Oh, here it is. Do you want to make both of the x's an 18 or do you want to make both the y's a 12? 18 would be so much easier because then I only have to do something to the bottom. Multiply the bottom equation by negative 2. Do you see that I want to make that a negative 18? All right, top equation doesn't change. Bottom equation, I'm multiplying by negative 2. And I'm going to get negative 18x, negative 8y, negative 16. Because the signs are opposite, I add the equations. (18 minus 18 makes nothing. 6 minus 8, negative 2y. 12 minus 16. -4. Okay, almost done. Divide by -2. And then plug in 2 for y. Which equation looks easiest to you? Top or bottom? You're up. What do you want to do? Top or bottom? Bottom. Sure. Okay. 9x plus 4y, 4 times 2 equals 8. 9x plus 8 equals 8. Another 0. My. Kind of weird. X equals 0. Okay. So, you have to make either the x's the same or you have to make the y's the same. And then you find your solution, which is always an ordered pair.